Hi there, this is Dr. Aman Bhonsle, and I'm here at my old house again, here to trouble my father. You guys liked his video so much the last time that I decided to put him in the spotlight again and ask him a few burning questions about the COVID, trying to hit different aspects of this situation as it develops and envelops all of us. It's getting a bit crazy out there. So here's turning the camera to Dad to ask him a few pertinent questions, get his perspectives because you guys love him so much. I thought I'd bring him back to you and trouble him. Are you ready to be troubled again?
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
My first question is that people are getting very obsessed with COVID-related statistics, recovery rates, testing numbers, mortality rates, etc. So how does one escape this need to constantly be counting, constantly keeping an eye on the ticker and on the numbers? Because it's creating a lot of anxiety and discomfort in people. So what do you think?
Yeah, if you are unable to process these numbers, and then best would be that first completely avoid them. But if at all you look at them in a certain way, and when you look at them in a certain way, you will get more sense, as well as you will be able to interpret them correctly. See, all statistics is always in a comparative sense. Either statistics of this second wave with the first wave, or statistics of India against other rest of the world, or statistics against this pandemic as against Spanish flu pandemic. These kind of comparisons are only possible. And if I, for example, if I suddenly say there are 300 people have died, you don't know what do I compare with. But if you say out of 3 lakh people, 300 died, then there is something that so many percent people have died. So statistics is always a maths game. And if you really go to see now, currently, if you look at it, out of the positive cases which are detected, how many people are exactly dying? 1 in 200 people are dying.
Okay.
Those who are detected positive
That's still tragic. People.
Yeah, of course. For one who dies, it's 100%, and for others, it is 0%.
The families suffer, right?
That's true. The family that has suffered for it is 100%, and the family who is not been affected it's for them it is 0%, and all is in between.
So you're saying statistics are a comparative sort of thing?
Always, yeah. Unless you want to compare, and it is good for those who are into that field, who are doing analysis of the situation, who are going to take decisions related to, vaccination, related to hospital beds arrangement and all that. For them, it is important. For a common man who is sitting at home safely during the lockdown, actually the statistics makes no difference. If you stay in your home in a bubble where you are not coming in contact with outside people, then actually statistics should not matter to you.
But what's happening is people are constantly overthinking the situation that, oh no, so many have died, it could be us. Oh no, there is a shortage of oxygen, of bloody remdesivir. So people are constantly worried about shortages. So currently, for example, I heard that there are no vaccines available or that there's a black market that has opened up for oxygen cylinders. So how do people who are feeling anxious about this shortage, not just a perceived shortage, genuine shortage, how do people deal with this anxiety that, oh my God, we won't get what we need?
See, at an individual level, shortage matters only when you require it and you are not getting it.
Yeah.
Till then, it is just a discussion. Till then, it is just an observation what's happening around you. So what should matter to you that when I need it, and at that time, am I getting it or not? So best is, if at all, find the resources, find the people, keep a record of it, so that if at all a situation arises at my end, for example, I'm detected positive, who will I contact? Who will be my doctor? How resourceful is he? And then it's the efforts of you, doctor, but that situation may or may not even come. So today, worry about it is, on the contrary, reducing your immunity. And so to protect...
The stress, the anxiety is affecting your health.
Absolutely. So currently, don't get into that. If at all you are in that situation, then meanwhile, if you have done your homework, you have kind of created in your own, for your own family, the SOP, and go according to, that would be the best way to go about it. Otherwise, don't get too worked up over shortages and all that.
Because there will always be shortages, no? Regardless of what
Yes.
resource you are looking at, if it is in demand, there will be a point where it's not available to other people. That's just how demand and supply works, isn't it?
Yes, true. And as long as you are careful about your own safety, if you are taking all the precautions, and if you are sure about it, if you are not taking any risk, then whatever may be happening, you are not going to suffer from it. One could think that way and take care of, if each individual takes care of himself and his family by following all the necessary precautions, I think ultimately you are contributing, because you are not adding into that shortage by yourself getting affected with it.
Correct. So you're not adding to the problem, and you are being a part of the solution by looking at your house and your particular schedule and access to other human beings.
Absolutely.
See, this is a very unique time in our personal history. I think as human beings, this is almost like being in a war. So people are feeling like there is a loss of control, there is a loss of understanding. Apart from the loss of taste and smell that you will experience if you have COVID, people feel like they're losing out on their years, on their precious time. So how can an individual who feels like everything's just spiraling out of control around him, everything's, basically becoming unhinged, so to speak, how does an individual feel in control again of a situation when everything around us seems like it's completely out of balance? How does one feel in control?
You need to ask yourself a question: what am I doing or not doing that is contributing to my problem?
What if they say it's not my fault, it's the government's fault,
No, but
the
what
medical infrastructure has failed?
I'm saying the first part: what am I doing or not doing that can either safeguard my interest or may put me into a difficult situation.
Okay.
So there are only two things in our hand. One thing is to follow the instructions, stay in a bubble as much as possible, don't meet people, don't socialize, stay in a safe atmosphere, keep a social distance if at all. What government is telling, I don't have to repeat those things, whether wearing a mask or social distancing and wash your hands, etc. Follow all those instructions to the T. Don't take any risks. That's one thing in your hand, which you can do or not do. Second thing is that currently the only weapon in your hand to fight back this battle is your immunity. The moment you are worried, the moment you are anxious, the moment you feed with a lot of statistics and get worked up over it,
And you're obsessed with the news.
obsessed with it, then your immunity is falling down. And now you are doing something which is self-defeating. Your immunity is going to fight back corona or any other infection. So hold your immunity, and their immunity will be better and higher only when you are not disturbed, affected, or you are not anxious.
And also watch what you eat, exercise,
Absolutely.
all that.
Of course, there are several things you do to boost your immunity. But what you could be doing harm to your immunity is by worrying about it, by being anxious about it, by all the time thinking about it.
Or by even getting into these debates on WhatsApp groups, right?
Absolutely.
Have you experienced that?
Yes, so much is happening all around.
And people are just completely getting very excited and there's this itchy thumb syndrome, as I call it. People want to share information that's not verified, and then they'll start arguing, oh no, but this is wrong, but this is right. This is adding to the stress and anxiety. So what would you have to say to protect people from this tendency if they are on certain WhatsApp groups?
I always feel that choose your sources of information. Don't just start picking up information from anyone and everyone in these groups. People are just throwing information, it is not even their own. They got a forward and they are just forwarding it to you. So choose your resource, and there are wonderful resources available all around you in the form of a good friend who knows about this issue, about your family doctor, or you can read authentic website of something like WHO's website, or which are official websites of the government, which are giving the correct statistics and correct instructions, rather than just there are many people who are putting last year's posting this year without giving any context. Last year's piece of news is giving this year, and we don't even know this is current or it is the past one. So I don't think WhatsApp is absolutely is a place.
Reliable. It's not reliable.
Is a place where you can actually get authentic information. It is more likely to mess with your head than give necessary information to you.
So recently somebody told me that there's a need to start double masking, or that you should wear masks even when you're at home around extended family members. So this is something interesting, a bit odd as well, because I had not heard this before. What are your thoughts on this as a doctor?
There are families where men go out to work, they interact with some more people, they come back, while ladies or children may be staying at home. So though the family is staying at home in a bubble, a man who goes out unknowingly can come back carrying a virus and can give it to the family. That is why they say that within the family, when there are a group of people in a room, you tend to feel that I have come back home now, I can remove the mask, I was wearing it when I was outside. But what if you are carrying it? And if you are carrying it, you are likely to give it to the people who have not even left the house. So wearing a mask in the house means that. For example, you go to your friend's house thinking, oh, he's my friend and he's negative. or your group of friends meeting somewhere. So you are indoor and you're meeting people.
And the
you
air is
don't-
circulating.
Absolutely, and it could be AC going on. So at such time, there is always a possibility that any one of those members who are there, if we have gone out, they have come in contact with such, so many people are positive all around us, that they are carrying it along. They come over here and they give it to everyone in a closed place. That is why wearing a mask even at home means that. Not because someone is staying alone, you should wear a mask. Or just a couple is staying alone, the way we are staying, they don't even leave the house. No one comes to their house. Yeah, no one comes to our house. We don't live outside. At such time, to wear a mask makes no sense. But if there is anyone visiting from outside who could have gone around, then definitely you have to wear a mask even. For example, a maid is coming to your house for 1 or 2 hours of work. Now you don't know where else she might have gone. So while she should wear a mask, you should also wear a mask while she is still working in house, and preferably avoid being in the same room. That's the meaning of wearing a mask even in the house.
What about double masks?
Yeah, so double mask is particularly when you're leaving the house and there is a possibility that the outside situation is not in your control.
It's a
Suddenly
crowded
there are people who may just come near you, or you are in a lift and suddenly few people enter the lift, you can't even tell them to get out. Or there are situations where you visit a place when you never expected there would be so much. You've gone to take your own vaccine and suddenly people are not keeping a social distance there. Then at such time, if you are wearing two masks, it is for any such situation, it will protect you better.
What about those transparent shields that people wear? Is it necessary or is it more for gimmick?
No, transparent shields make sense because when you wear a mask, it covers your nose and mouth, but virus can enter even through your eyes. That is why to protect the eyes, you have to have something like shield or large glasses where directly someone is breathing into your face, it will not go into your eyes, because mask can never be worn on the eyes. That is why if you see PP kit are typically those kits where eyes are also covered, because it's not only the nose and mouth, but eyes also are entry point for corona.
I was reading an article about the importance of vitamin D.
Particularly we Indians do suffer from vitamin D deficiency.
Really?
A lot. The largest percentage of people in India suffer from vitamin D3. And the proper studies were done, which are also published in JAMA, which is Journal of American Medical Association, as well as there was a study done in Spain last year where they have found, and the good quality studies was done.
And the call has come. Who is it? Oh no!
Hello. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
So what is the dose of vitamin D3? Well, actually best source of vitamin D3 is sunlight. But very often we don't spend any time in sunlight during the day. We don't get such an opportunity. Our houses could be such that there is no sunlight.
We don't have that problem here, do we? Look at all the sun.
So then the correct dose of in current situation for D3 would be 2000 international units every day, or 4000 units every alternate day, or 60,000 international units every month. In either way you can take it, but I think everyone must take vitamin D3 supplement in a current COVID situation.
Any other medicines that you can take that boost your immunity, that just fortify your body against various threats, not just COVID but in general? And I know, of course, this is not like WhatsApp University. You guys must speak to your personal family doctors and physicians, but this is just the private opinion of an expert, of a doctor who's been practicing for as long as I've been living, longer in fact. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt, okay? And wait a minute. The bell is rung. Who's it? Where are you going? No, don't leave us.
It's John Wick.
Besides vitamin D3, there are two more things, supplements I feel, which are very important. One is vitamin C. And 500 milligram of vitamin C you should take every day. Some people will advise you 1 gram, but I think 500 is more than enough. Of course, those who are actually infected should take 1 gram of vitamin C, and also zinc, and not just any tablet that has zinc. Zinc requirement is, the recommended dose is 50 milligram per day. So that preparation which has 50 milligram of zinc in it is the correct preparation to take in these times, as a preventive as well as if you are affected with COVID.
There's a lot of sadness, impatience, there's a lot of dismay, and there's a general sense of, oh no, we don't know where this is going to go all around. So a few closing words from Dad on how do you deal with that sinking feeling that things are not going to get better or things are only going to get worse?
First of all, we are all in this situation. You are not the only one. Everyone is in this situation. So actually, I am reminded of a song from my youth that तुम बेसहारा हो तो किसी का सहारा बनो, तुमको अपने आप ही सहारा मिल जाएगा. If you can be of help to others in terms of inquiring, staying in touch with friends, those who are suffering, calling them and knowing more about them, and be someone else's support system. If you support others, it will help you to remain strong yourself because you are helping others to remain strong. So be available to your friends, to your family, to your neighbors, and whatever you know, whatever best that you can do for them. If nothing else, just be there as a support system. Okay, we are there for you. Feeling is also very, very important at such time. Those who are alone, those who are sad, those who have lost something or extremely worried about someone not being well, even someone inquiring, someone asking how you are,
Makes a
is there
huge
anything?
difference.
It makes a lot of difference. And it helps also to your immunity as well as their immunity.
So we hope this information has been useful to you. That's my dad. That's me. That's my dad. And we're saying bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say Corona, go.
Corona, go.
घर में घुसा